I think we're on. Hello and welcome. I know it's a strange time to be on, but I this morning I was up and awake early to get on to the program and to do some Bible art journaling, and nothing presented itself. Well, I mean, it It did, but I don't know. I guess I just wasn't happy with it, not feeling secure about it, or I don't know. Anyway, so I opted not to get on this morning and of course, did some reading in scriptures and, had some quiet time. And I found this little booklet that I had when I first started doing some Bible art journaling, and I was writing down various verses that I thought, and maybe even some themes. So I pulled that out, and it kind of got me going like, oh, I could do this or that, and you know. And so, look, I bring this up to say that, sometimes those kinds of things happen where you're just not certain as to, what to do, where to go. Um, you know, you have those times. It's I guess it's just a part of the journey, you all. So I'm saying don't be upset or discouraged because you can't come up with something, for you to do um, when it comes to Bible art journaling. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, and that's okay. All right. So anyway, I pulled out this little booklet where I was keeping up with some of the scriptures that I was doing. Um, I have not exhausted any of this, but these are. Oh, I remember when I did cups in my Bible, and tears, and I guess the check marks are the ones that I've done, but I haven't done it all of. I haven't done everything. But one of the things that I said that I wanted to do is like a little series of like be kind, be strong, be courageous, that kind of thing. And so I went to Google. Google is our friend. And I started writing down all these various scriptures that had be in it, and that was just be, and then I went to the insect bee, right? And then that opened up honey and honeycomb, and so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll go ahead and do a little series of scriptures with either the word be or you know the insect bee or something like that along those lines. And one of the other things that I like to do is, I look at some of my favorite artists and things like that. And oddly, I came across this um, artist who was putting what's called, either you can call it an accordion journal, or I think the fancy word is concertina. Yes, concertina. And so it just another the fancy word for accordion. Okay, and so that's what this is. And I tried to make one today. I'm not finished with it just yet. These are the covers of it. but this is the inside, and I just have 8. I didn't want to overextend myself, um, and so I've got, no, I guess I have more than 8 panels, huh? I have more than the 8. So this is going to go here and attach, and I'll glue that down. And then, of course, this will go on here. And then, you know, you open it up and you flip, you can see the front and the back. It'll be cute. So I thought I would do it. And I kind of like how it's come together so far. I've got some little edges to do, and I guess I could show you all how I did that. It was pretty easy. Maybe in another video when I maybe do it again. Okay, I've got this little edge here that's sticking out. Let me get some scissors to cut that. Anyway, yeah. So I was thinking, I'll do uh, I'll do something with bees on here. And you know, here of late I've been talking about having some troubles and just knowing that God is going to work these things out, and not just for me, but for my family and for friends. You know, we're all kind of going through some stuff, and okay, just true confessions. And I'm just saying that we have to fortify ourselves with God's word, right? And just know that He has us in His hands. Yeah. So one of the scriptures that I came up with today um, is "Be still." Now, I get to that. What I want to do, and before I put the book to do, is kind of begin with a come on, begin with a nice background on this. So I'm just going to work on this front side, especially the center part. And I actually have been toying with these two um, bees that I have here. Both of them will probably end up being in this journal at some point. But at any rate, I'm going to put these to the side. And they're just coloring pages I got off the internet. And oh, and by the way, this is it's kind of like a cardstock piece of paper. So it's a little heavier than your regular copy paper. And then I just had some, here's another sheet of that, this huge um, cardstock, very decorative. And I've cut that into 4s. So I have I have 2 others that I use at some point. But I've just added some cardboard on the back of it to make that a little bit more sturdier for my cover. Okay, and I'll probably add like a ribbon or something to hold the book together. And then I got to decide too which way I want these things to go. That might be the cover. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, um, so I pulled out some uh, stencil, and that gives me honeycomb vibes. So I'll use it. I have some other um, like vintage paper that I got off of Temu. Okay. And I don't know. And I don't know if there's anything that's really grabbing me that kind of says B, you know. And this is a whole pack. And we'll open that in just a minute. This is music notes, I think. All of these might be music notes. Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, in preparation for, I'll do a little bit of, all of this is music notes. I don't know if I really want to use that. I like the color, but I don't know. We'll see. Some paint color, and I was going to open this up and that. So let's look on this. It's kind of a great way to kind of get you started. I've kind of gotten into this whole journal thing. I used to just, oh, these are kind of nice. It might not be too bad. The flowers are good. I mean, that's what we that's what we need those bees for. The bees do all the pollen and take care of pollinating everything, fruits and vegetables, all our plants and things, trees. So this is, it's farmland. Maybe, maybe. I've got, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't even in the camera, forgive me. But anyway, yeah, using like papers like this or magazines you have, great way for you to kind of get started with your piece, you know. I don't know, it might come back to something in there. So that makes it fun. But I was thinking like yellows, oranges, that color with my black. I didn't want everything to be yellow and black like the bumblebees, but anyway. Let's see, just slide off. Yeah. Yeah, so I got all of these things on Temu, and real inexpensive, and just little pieces, little doodads of things. That might be kind of cool. Got a few of those. There's some tags, and maybe we can put those things. It might be fun. Oh, that's nice tissue paper. And I could use that. So yeah, those that are really into the whole vintage journaling thing, this is, all this stuff is right up their alley. It's new to me, but I I am enjoying. There's just some numbers here, and who would have thunk old looking pieces of paper would sell? People use that stuff to be creative, huh? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? All right, so all of this nice paper, nice old looking stuff. I like it. I think I'll use a sheet of that, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have no vision for this. I'm looking at this stuff like you all for the first time. for the first time in terms of working on a project. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. I do like this tissue paper, and I think we might should incorporate it since we've got some bees. I got a little bit of, I don't have any bees on the paper. I've got a butterfly, but I like the paper. So I think we're going to use that. And we're going to use this. That gives me some, like a honeycomb kind of vibe. I do have a stamp. So let's see. We'll put those to the side. I'm not sure just yet what all will become of what we have, but we can get started. I have this kind of torn up piece that's already, that pink though. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So here is my concertina, my accordion notebook. These two will be on the ends, all right? So this is the center right here. And we're gonna do like a 2-page spread or something for this, okay? So I'm just gonna tear off some paper, and we're gonna kind of place it, all right, on this tissue paper. And I'm just gonna get my glue out. It's a little piece, but it's okay. I want to use this, and I'm thinking that I might place that like in here somewhere. Give me some more tissue paper down. No rhyme or reason. Just having fun. Okay, just having fun. Put that down here, maybe. And I better go ahead and start to glue it because I'll change my mind and it happens. I think I like that up here maybe. Okay. I want any of this. Okay. I might use some of those things later on another page. I'm going to use nothing fancy today. I've got some like regular Elmer's white glue in here, and very runny. I've added a little bit of water to this so that it's not thick. And I'm going to use just a big brush and put it on, okay? I'm gonna try to remember where I have everything. I've gone fancy and used some, gloss, but I don't need it for this. It's okay. This is my very first one. I can be, I can use my real expensive stuff, on the next one, maybe. But I wanted to try. This is actually my very first time doing this and making that accordion or concertina, a concertina notebook. So I'm kind of excited as to how it's going to turn out. this down here. You know, and we say it all the time with art, there is no right or wrong. Okay, there is no right or wrong. I'm gonna move this maybe over here, I think. Oh, I didn't put the glue down, did I? Let's do that. Yeah, so my verse today is out of Psalm, the 46th chapter. It's one I've done before, but it is one that came to mind today. So I said, you know what, since I don't really have anything new, um, we're just going to use that verse. It works and it speaks to me today. It speaks to me today. To be still. So many times you just want to take matters into your own hands and kind of running ahead of God, and not that's not good, people. Not good. It's not good. I think I want a bigger piece of this, so I'll do it this way, and then put that down, maybe. Yeah. And don't beat yourself up if that's kind of where you are and you're trying to figure it all out and do the numbers in your head and let him work it out for you. I'm not saying don't be prepared. Don't, do the things that you can do, but don't be running ahead of God. Oh man. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Put this down and then get this right. I think that's better. Now, sometimes a lot of this gets covered up. Yeah, a lot of it gets covered up at times. And hey, that happens too. I think I want to dry it, cut this part off, determine which one, maybe this one, which B, yeah, I don't know. I'll see. Okay, that was fun. Just gluing stuff down, it's fun. Remember those little sticker books we used to have growing up? It was just fun to put stickers down in places in the book. It's like all the stickers were in the back and you had to find where they went throughout the book. It was fun. All right, give me a few moments. I'm going to try to dry this real quick and then we'll get on to our next step. I didn't put any color down and I want to do that and kind of help bring it all together, okay? got some areas that are a little shiny that gives me an indication that it's not quite dry just yet. So, okay. All right. So I want to put a little bit of color on this. Oh yeah, it's still, but it's okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and cut this off now while I'm okay. Gotta cut it off and stuck the other piece over here. Could put it right there, like on top. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay. Let us a little bit of color, color down. And do I want to use watercolor? My ink tints. Hmm. I've got options. You know, there are just some things I kind of gravitate to. And I think I'm going to use these. So these are my Faber-Castell um, gelatos, and I have really enjoyed using these. I use them a lot. They work like watercolor, but they dry permanently, so you're able to really kind of manipulate, um, the colors a little bit. I wanted to do some orangey. Well, we've got other panels to work on, so I think I'll work with these because these three are kind of close, right? So I'm close to what I've got going on. I like to use it by putting it down. It's just like almost a crayon, I call it a glorified crayon. And I could put it right on here, but I like working off of my plastic sheet. Seems like I can control the color a little bit better and where it's going to go, and instead of just putting a glob down and then work. I don't like doing that. So um, I like doing this one. It feels like kind of it's getting to the end. I didn't think I was using it that much. All right. And I have my water bottle. I'm going to go ahead and just a little squirt, and that activates the color. And I'm going to find a nice brush. It's a big fat one. Okay. I want to start, I think. That orange is very bright. I'm going to with this. I might end up mixing. Uh, I might end up mixing that. And that's just going to help to tone that white down a little bit. It's, yeah, I like that tone down a little bit. Okay. I like that. And that just really kind of helps to bring elements that you put on there, kind of help blend them together a little bit more so that they don't sit like isolated on the page. Now, I know I did not go ahead and glue that down. I will. I'm going to and this color around here. Yeah, that's way better, because I didn't want it to be real white. I'm kind of re-wet the page again. And so, of course, I got to dry it again. All right. Be patient with me. And then we'll figure out our focal point with what's going to go here. I've got to color it first, though. Okay. All right. Let's get our heating tool again. Because you want the background to be nice. Okay. Hold on. Okay, and did I mention the verse? Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. He's got it all together. He's got it all together. And he sees you, he hears you, and he knows, and nothing catches him by surprise. I think I've got to plug in this other, hopefully. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is maybe do a little bit of stamping. It's coming together. It's not quite where I want it to be, but it's coming. All right, we're gonna put these away in a few moments. So I'm getting a little crowded out here. I got stuff out. I need to put some things back that helps me so I know where things are. And you can start pulling stuff and it's like, okay, too much going on, too much, too much. Okay, so I want to do some stamping. I have a um, I have a stamp that looks like a honeycomb, and so I was thinking that I wanted to use it. If I can find it. I know I pulled it out. Yeah. I mean, I got this here, and I'm hoping that it won't be too busy. Um, okay, it's a big one. Yeah, I'm not gonna need my block here. I'll do it by hand. All right, let's see what we can do with this. And I think I might want to do some lettering. We'll see. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna ink this up a little bit. Come on. I might need to go get me another ink pad. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm gonna just stick it right here. Yeah, that's not bad. And I'll probably use this stamp like on all of the pages since this whole thing is really about bees, right? That's the theme. We'll go here. Let's see. I usually do it in like threes or so, but I think I'm gonna put a little bit right there. Okay. Okay, it's coming together, I think. I think I want to add a little bit more, maybe right in here. And that might just do it. All right, and you want to clean that off. That's going to help preserve your stamps, okay? So, can you see what's going on? I'm hoping, we've got a little bit of weather happening. So, seems like I've been getting on and the weather has been bad all the time. I don't know what that's about. It's a great time to do art, though, for real. Maybe not a great time to um, record and or go live, but great time to do art. Okay. All right. Keep that there. All right. You can put this up now. And here of late, I've gotten more into doing journal, like books versus my Bible. Um, they're still like Bible related, most of them are. Oh, I'm opening it from here and it's okay. So that's fun. I think I'm gonna need some splashes. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm still putting stuff away, y'all. Sorry. All right, and I'm getting out my, I'm gonna do white, I think white, or should I do black? Hmm. When I put that away and I wanna do some lettering, let's do that. Or do I want, oh, okay, yeah. Have I mentioned that I didn't have it all worked out? I think I'm gonna use some black for my splashes, and so that has like letters, but I I want the smaller one. Where are you? Yeah. This is kind of like nondescript writing, but I don't really want that. I have some that has letters, alphabet, could be numbers. It's just cool. I kind of like using them. I've got several. Again, got all of these on Temu, and I've really been enjoying working with them. See, these are nice, but they're kind of big. I've got some that are a little smaller. Well, we can go with it. It's not gonna hurt. Sometimes you have to do these things and not be afraid. Yeah, those are big. And these actually have no. I could probably use this one. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this. And I think I will use some black on it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of black here on my plastic mat. don't need too much sponge to add it on here. Let's see, let's go like right in here. Okay, right in here. All these little techniques, they're not hard to do. Sometimes you can get a little carried away. Not me though. Not me. I washed this. Oh, I hear the thunder. Can you all hear that? Um, I washed this sponge earlier today. It's still kind of damp. I don't want it to be too runny. Let's see what we got. Not bad. I just want to do a little bit. Not, I don't want to get carried away. As I tell you, it's easy to do. It's easy to do. It's a lot of fun to do. And again, when you're sitting down here, you know, no cameras, but sitting down and just kind of reflecting on life. And, sometimes I'm in prayer while I'm working. And you get to thinking about scripture and, all kinds of things. And Lord ends up speaking to you, bringing things to mind and calming your heart. I thank Him for this time and for the reminders and the promises that He has in the scripture. Um, yeah. So today, my thoughts are let's use something new. Um, I hear Him saying, "Hey, girl, just be still. Just relax. I got it. I got it. I got you." And I'm saying, "Okay, I'm going to do my best. You have to help me send your angels to sit right on my lap so I don't go anywhere and do anything." And he knows exactly what to do for each of us, right? He does. So, okay. I just want to get good impressions on here. And okay, that's coming together, isn't it? Should I add some more right there? Or should I be done? I'm gonna have this butterfly. I don't know which one it is. Either this one, that one might be good to do. I like this one because it has a little honeycomb on it. That's cute. But I think I want to go with that one. And if I go with that one, then because sometimes what ends up happening is that your stuff gets, all your work gets covered up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to this side over here. And like right in here, maybe. Like right in here. This feels bare. Like it didn't get much of anything today. So I think I'm gonna go right here and add and then I think we'll be done. I don't want that to raise too much because I want a good impression, you know. Um, okay. Did I happen to say this is fun? It is fun. It's fun. And I think I like the size of this little notebook that I ended up putting together. It was real simple. Um, this accordion journal or the be concertina. Okay. That's just fun to say, concertina. Okay. I think I'm gonna be done. Because again, you can over, but I don't wanna do too much. Okay. I think I'm gonna be happy with that. Yeah. Okay. So let me put this somewhere so that I don't get paint everywhere. I'm gonna put this little sponge in some water and let that kind of do its thing. All right, I actually kind of want that because I can use it for my splashes. I got stuff everywhere. Okay. All right, and for my splashes, I'll use the little fan brush. Although, you know what, I find it really doesn't matter. Maybe it'll work a little better. I think I want white ones too, though, to kind of might do some white splashes too. That's fun. Okay. Put that over here so that can dry. Let's get some white. I'm putting it all on the same mat. I don't even care. I know I've got some other colors here, but come on. Hello. Yeah, probably don't need that much, but okay. Spread some more water. I hope that you all will be inspired to do some creative things like this too. It is my therapy. I say it all the time. This is really thick, but I'm okay. It's gonna be okay. The splashes will be big. That's fine. I'm all right with it. And then I've got all these splashes all over. I mean, it does create a mess. Okay, it does. All right, we'll put that over to the side. I'm gonna need some paper towel because I'm in. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right. Um. Okay. All right. Hopefully that won't go too far. Have water everywhere. All right. I want to go ahead and try to dry this real good. We're gonna stick that on here somewhere. Some if it, at the bottom there or I liked it on there too. That was cute. All right, let's try it. You know what? I'm gonna wait because we still have to do our little focal point, so it can sit for a little bit. But what I need to do is to put a little bit around the edges of our piece. I'm just gonna kind of make like a little border. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna cut that little piece off right there, and then after a bit, but what fun! I thought it was going to be difficult to make this little accordion book. Oops, sorry, didn't I? And wasn't it really wasn't too bad to do at all. Um, okay, I think I used such a big brush on this. That's a good way for me to use some of this extra paint I got going on and darken this up a bit. Don't get messy, Adrienne. Come on. Okay. Okay. All right, so we'll let that we'll let that dry. I'm gonna put that over here, and I still want to get we'll work on that. Let's work on our little bee here, and I hadn't figured out uh, what I wanted to do with him. Um, I could use some of my some markers. I could use my Posca pens. Let's do that. My Posca markers. We'll use that because that's like paint. Okay, I've got a couple of sets that so this kind of gives me ocean vibes. We won't be using any of that. Okay, and then this has some earthy kind of colors in it. So this, and definitely this one will be able to work out of pretty good, I do believe. So we can start with this. I'm not exactly sure about my wings. You know, I like my pearl white, and I might use that for it. And yeah, hey, so let's pull out, these have some different yellows, and we'll make them cute. Okay, we'll make them cute. One thing I learned about some bees, because you know, I was saying, oh, it might be kind of cool to do this and to do a little research and find out about these things. They are mentioned in scripture several times. Um, and of course, their product, honey, is also mentioned. Is that the same yellow? I think these might be slightly different. Maybe these two might be the same. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on right now, so I'm not seeing where the cut. Oh, yeah, that says 19 there. And what does this one say? I see the number. Okay, so this one's different. These two, this one's some. I can put this one back in this black. We'll use that orange too, I do believe. Let me see about this yellow. And hopefully I've already used it. Yes, I did. Okay. So I think I'm going to do his head here in black and this part in yellow. Come on. Now I didn't prime this at all. I'm just uh this is just regular copy paper that I used. Ah, you hear that thunder? Let's see. I don't really like how it's spreading, so I'm just adding a little bit of water to this so that it spreads a little better. Um, yeah, so I didn't do any priming or anything like that. I just copied it and I'm going straight to it with my Posca pens. Now these are like, um, it's just like paint, but it's in a marker form. Okay, so I'm really liking how that turned out. You know, it's nice when things come together and you don't have an idea, you just kind of go with it. Uh, Happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Uh, yeah, yeah, happy accidents. All right, so the rest of that will be in black. Oh, this one hasn't been used yet. Let's find my other one that's already. I know this one is. I could have primed it and maybe put some gel medium over. Marker is somewhat easier to use than sometimes. You know, I like to paint, so I struggle at times with, oh, maybe I should just go ahead and paint it. Let me get me some glasses on so that I can see. Y'all pray for me, okay, with this whole eyesight thing. Okay. Yeah, the rain is coming now. I mean, these few days we've had, these past couple of weeks, we've gotten lots of water. Okay, it's coming. So that's gonna be cute. So I hope you all will join me this week as I get ready to start enjoying a little bit of vacation time. Woo-hoo. Uh, I intend to paint and uh, and enjoy myself. Okay, I know I need to do the legs too. So tempted to just go ahead and take my brush and see. Way quicker, right? And I can always go over it with a marker if I don't like it. But that works way faster. My patience, y'all, my patience. I'm not asking the Lord anything about fixing that though, because the consequences could be bad. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's way faster, right? But it's not as dark as my Posca pen and not as smooth either. I'm gonna go over it and just kind of smooth that out a little bit. All right, so I've got all these little legs to do, and then we're gonna use that pearl white for the wings. It's so much fun. It's coming together. And y'all, I didn't have to do any drawing. As much as I enjoy doing this at times, when it comes to the drawing piece, um, and sometimes I have a little trouble. Again, patience. My patience isn't real good when it comes to drawing because I want it done immediately. I got a little piece right here that needs to come off. There we go. Okay, I got one more little leg to do in this part right there. I think I want to do it in that orange. Like he's got a bunch of pollen on his head. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What should I do there? Should I do that in that orange color? That would kind of help bring in some of that orange that's in there. We can always do it, and if we don't like it, we can just paint over it, right? Yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be okay. And, abstract artist, so nothing has to be exact. So, hey, if you're just joining me, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me and being a part of my journey. I am, oh my, I am working on a new project. All right. It is an accordion journal, or the fancy word for it is, let's see. I'm trying to figure out, is that the yellow that goes there? This one. The other word for it is concertina. Yeah, concertina. And I'll show you in just a second, although it's trying to dry. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good and let it dry. And I'm pretty sure I mixed these colors up. I'm pretty sure I did. Be out of the box, but for right now, I like having the stuff back in the box. Maybe I'll have them in like a plastic container or something. All right, so put those away. What I want is this. I love this. This is my pearl white. It's got a nice little shimmer and shine, and I like it on my projects. And for a while, I was using it like all the time. Yeah, I was using it like all the time. All right, y'all. Hoping y'all still with me. Are y'all still with me? I hope you're still with me. I hope you're still with me. Okay. 'Cause I can't be responsible for the weather and if the power goes out and all of that good stuff. All right. Anyway, like this pearl white on, on my projects. Okay. All righty. Focal point is complete. Now, I probably should have some words on this thing, huh? Let's move that out the way. Okay. Let me dry this a little bit, okay? We'll fix it up because I know it's kind of rough and ready. Let me get my scissors so I can hold it in place. That should be good. I know I have some splashes that have not dried because the drops were so big, but we'll come back and do that. I think that's going to be really cute. All right, let me get, I put my stamp away so quickly, but I need to get it back out. So let's do that. And we're going to stamp the words be and still. And I think we'll use, these are really close to that. But I'm going to do it on some white paper. get this out again. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this acrylic block to help me with that. And I just need a piece of white paper. And I know I have some. I know I do. Because I cut a bunch of it. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right, awesome. All right, let's put that over here. Yes, I was going to show you. It's still wet, so I don't want to, but it's an accordion kind of journal that I'm putting together and working on a theme on be. So be still, be encouraged, be strong, be kind. Okay. Um, and we'll fill up there. There's 8 in here, so that's going to be fun. All right. Let me move that to the side, and then we're going to get out B. We'll do that first and stamp it on my white piece of paper there. Okay. Guess I should be using the grid. That would help me. On these acrylic blocks, I've got a nice little grid that you can line your stamps on and keep them, even. Unless you want your stuff crooked, then it doesn't matter. But yeah, okay. Yeah, not a great impression, huh? I'll do it again. See, that's why you do that, and I don't do it like right on the thing because you just never know. Let's see, that's better. Okay, that's better. I'll clean that off. Okay. And then we'll do steel. And then we're gonna be just about done, you all. S T I and 2 L's, but I only have the one, so it's okay. We'll work it out. So S and T. I. And it's so hard to do at times because you have your own ideas about things sometimes, how things should work, you know. And God is saying, hey, you know what? I got it. Can you just go sit down? Oops. I touched the paper, hopefully. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I'm doing it again. Okay. Not too bad, but all right. And then I'm going to clean this off. I got to get my last little L on here. And I could do an exclamation mark. Oh, silly me. I'm doing it on top of this. It needs to go inside. All right. Okay. So my verse is Psalms 46:10, where it just says, "Hey, be still and know that I am God." I didn't read that whole thing or anything to you today. I got straight way into talking about my little project. Um, you all have watched me enough to know I have picked up a verse, though. All right. Okay, I want to line this up pretty good. So let's see. I think think that'll be okay. That's the nice thing about acrylic blocks that you can kind of see what you did over here, right? And yeah, okay. So I'm going to do this B and I'll do this still and put it up here on this page. We're going to dry it real good. We're going to put our B down. There'll probably be a few little extra things I might do to it just to kind of tie it all together. And I'm going to be happy about that. Nice. It didn't seem like it took me too long. I know sometimes these can be real long. I know some people are wanting to, watch the whole process because, you know, I had somebody says, "Oh yeah, I turn you on and I do my housework." Like, oh, okay, that's cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. All right. So, hey, yeah, those of you that might be struggling like me at times and wanting to, you know, sometimes fix your own problems, let the Lord do it. Just keep your hand out of it. Keep your hand out. Go sit down. Okay. These are big, but um, yeah, probably too big. Yeah, it's. I think it's too big, but we're going with it. Okay, we're going with it. I'll know next time though. Just because the thing is small. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, and I probably should be using some gel medium. I know I've got some spots here that are still wet. I'm gonna stick it right here though. And I'll do something to kind of knock off that white a little bit. It's gonna be kind of big, isn't it? I don't mind it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I see I was gonna put that back on here, but it's okay. We'll use it for another product, another page. All right. Um, let's use some of this. Um, I brush is kind of soft, so that's good because I've got some that are not quite dry, and I don't want to smear it across. I better go ahead. Let me just use my tool gun and just a little bit and dry them a little better. Okay, 1 second. Okay, and I gotta pull it out again because I'm about to paste my B down. Woohoo! And I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this over top of my words as well, so that I can uh, go around with my marker and kind of put a little bit of shadow around. I can do that with everything. So just gonna put some of this down on everything. You know what? This is the gloss one. I think I got matte, and I think I'd rather use it. Come on. Where are you? I thought I did. It says gloss too, but I thought I had matte. Do I not have matte? This is gloss, definitely. Where did the matte go? There you are. Hiding from me. There. I'm hoping that it's not dried out. I haven't used it in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get anything out of that. It's it's real like pasty. It's not spreadable. Okay. Not for this. I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead with what I had. I'll use my gloss. It'll be very shiny, and it's okay. But sometimes what ends up happening is that your stuff, it your pages will kind of stick. I'm gonna put it all over, and then we'll paste down our B. Okay. So yeah, I think for this whole week, that's where my attention will be on a B. And see how our projects end up. Now I'm trying to get most of his body not on the spine. So we'll do it like that. Okay. All right, he is down. Awesome. All right, our last little bit on this heating tool. I've used it a lot today, right? Come on. I'm really trying to make sure I have this dry if I want to use my markers. Okay. All right, put that up. And then I want to find a marker that will, and these are Faber-Castell as well. I want to use, maybe I should do this darker brown to go around here. Okay. And what happens is that I'm able to put my marker down here and then kind of blend it, push it back so that it's not as white around that edge like that. Okay. And you only have a few moments to do that because other than that, you let it sit. It dries permanently just like this. But because I put that gloss down, gel medium down, I'm able to take my finger and kind of rub that in and kind of push that back. All right. A couple other things I want to do, and then I'm going to call it quits. All right, let's get out our. I have a uniball as well, but I want to bring the outline of his little legs. Okay. Found out these bees have like 5 eyes. Did you know that? Those in there like his 5 eyes. Okay. Yeah, they got 5 eyes, y'all. Let's see. Do I want to do anything else here? I don't know. I think I want to be done. I think I want to call it quits. I probably could put some of that color around his body, and it's so busy though right now. It's kind of busy. So maybe I'll leave it alone. Maybe. Maybe so. I like it. It's kind of different. I got a few edges I want to try to clean up, and I'll do that. And I'll see you back for the next one. This is going to be the first edition of our accordion journal or notebook. All right, we're going to do all bees. So I've got, it opens up like this. All right, so I've got several to do. I got one to do over here and this one. These will be in the flaps of our cover, and then I've got to turn it over and do the back. So um, yeah, all right. So catch me tomorrow, Lord willing. I'll be back on, and we'll do it again. I'll put my verse. I got to put my verse down, and let's go ahead and do that in the white. Hopefully it'll show up. I'll do it right here. So we said it was Psalm 46:10. Today is 5:13. 31, 26. Look at me putting a date on, finally catching on. All right, you all. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. And hey, Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll do it all again. You make sure you get your stuff out so you can join me, okay? And I'd love to hear from you if you're doing anything remotely um, related to some creative worship activity. Share. All right, we'd love to hear it. It gives people ideas of things that they can do to worship and honor God. And so, love for you to be a part of that community and individuals who are looking for that. Okay, all right. You might have what somebody needs. Okay, God didn't just give it to you. Not urgent. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye bye. Oh, may your journey be sweet. Bye now.